Prismatic Lenses welcomes you to a place you can see magic happen. Utilizing Urz's blueprints, the pieces of the puzzle come together with a quality that is second to none. From our patented millstone polishing technique to our dignified use of stonehorn, our lenses bend both light and mana. First exams are free. Prismatic Lenses.
Oh, the troubled web I weave. Hello, everybody. Nimchimsky Shirazman. Thanks for joining me early. It might be a very fast show today because of tech stuff. Not going to lie, I've been tinkering around in the bits. Last week, we accidentally went out SD, which was, I was crestfallen. The quality wasn't all that great, but it was a good show. And this week, I did a lot of tinkering and such, and even like 5 minutes ago, for some random reason, my mic needed to be adjusted with the milliseconds, and it was just craziness. So I'm pushing out the maximum today, so it's kind of a test. So if everything goes kaboom, I know I got to back off a bit, but we're just going to see how we can do it. Enough about that. We're here to play some Pauper. Now, a little history lesson. The very first challenge ever, these big Sunday events everybody makes the format about, was won by this deck, RallyGond, which I made, and a methodical piloted perfectly to multiple wins. I think it was the first deck to win, and it was also the first deck to win, I think, 3 challenges in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months there. Tron's the big hiccup, but, you know, that's been kind of off in the weeds and hasn't been as prominent anymore. So I thought I'd dust it off. I made a few tiny changes to the land base and stuff, and then we've got a few treats there too. So let's see. I managed to remember daylight saving time. Oh yeah, that's that's right. That's the and you know what? Daylight savings time. In a year from now, I think it's permanent. So we won't have these shenanigans anymore. But hopefully we're not catching people off guard. If we have a lot of viewers or very few, I will understand. Okay, so I'm going to go over the list here because I really love this thing. It runs 4 Ash Barrens. Now, 99% of this mana math is due to Methonical's great brain. He's really good at making mana lists work. So we got 4 Ash Barrens, 4 Sands, 1 Garrison, 2 Crumbling Vestige, 1 Forest, a Holdout Settlement. It's holding out to be the only one. 1 Mountain, 2 Plains, 2 Sanctuaries, 1 Survivors Encampment, and 4 Crags, bringing us up to 23 lands. We got the Faithless Looting engine, and Rally the Peasants is the only source of red that we really need. So the genesis of this idea came to me in that I really like the Presence of Gone combo, but I didn't want to have to go all in, so I wanted an organic way to kind of play both. So it plays like almost a Boros Bodyguard. I do believe this came before Bully, and then I just simplified it and turned it into what's known as Boros Bully today, but this was the beginnings of it. So hey, hexxen ruge and PT Rude, hello, back at you. If you saw the top of the show, we've got the address there for when we play, and I won last Sunday's in-paper event. Details are on some of our social media stuff. It was a lot of fun. I took the exact same list I played last week to perfection and had a perfect day there too. And then I also won Pauper Classic Tuesdays. So it's that little black deck from last week is nasty. I like I said in social media, I can't remember the last time it lost. It's I should be taking it into a league if I was smart, but I'm just not. So anyway, Ultra Volcarine, Pauper God, thank you for the love there. All right, so for the creatures, we've got the Bodyguard to protect our little combo. 1 Sacred Cat. I needed another pitch target to looting and such. Sorry, I'm just a little sore from sitting in the seat too much. 4 Wardens, keep the life total going. The Faithless Looting. We've got Cenn's Enlistment. I tried playing without this. It's super necessary against black decks. They can kind of keep you off Battle Screech math if you don't have this. So often I cut this in games 2 and 3. Battle Screech 4, 2 Standard Bearers. This really throws a wrench in the works against a lot of decks, especially with Bodyguard backup. We've got all 4 Commune, all 4 Presents, 2 Rallies, 3 Strands, and 4 Midnight Guards for the Ultra combo in our sideboard. I was messing around with Flame Jab, which is a retrace spell, but we usually want our cards because we're trying to get up to 6 mana to power this out, and we already have a retrace engine. So I switched it for Dawnbringer Cleric, a little flexibility, 2 missionaries, 2 rings, 3 macabre, 1 gorilla, 3 electrickery, and 4 Spidersilk Armor, which are definitely like the MVP of this list. So, whoa, is your house in... Oh, wow, what's going on with this? I'm in the 20... Oh my gosh, Hexxen Rouge. I didn't know that any of our folks were that close. I mean, obviously it's a worldwide thing, but oopsie, I forgot to set that to 2. Sorry. Let me kill this here real quick. Concede match against myself. My goodness, stay safe and stay inside. Or I don't know what advice to give. I'm very ignorant of that stuff. So, but like I said, this might be a very short stream. I'll consider rebooting if something catastrophic happens early. I can hear my PC doing lots of push-ups right now. So, like I said, I'm just trying to push through maximum width and see where we can go from there. So, Hexxen Rouge. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, our hearts are with you, my friend. Yeah, it definitely has gone mad. I'm always torn. I want to talk about it, but I also want to be the respite or the area where you can kind of, we play games to kind of get our minds off of things like that. But when it hits this close to home with Hexxen being there, if you want to send us a picture, we'll dedicate the next show to you, man. Get you in your gear and wish you well, my friend. Yeah, I want to play first. Now I'm distracted. All right, we'll keep this hand. Boy, talk about hitting close to home. I know I never met the majority of you, but I feel like I have. I mean, it's been, 5-6 years we are here, so I am here for deluxe. All righty. Well, let's see. I'm going to always favor the green outlet. We'll drop the sands here and pass the turn. I remember to switch to my right hand this time. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I couldn't imagine, and here in America, we're always geopolitics and whatnot aside. It's, other than like Pearl Harbor or 9/11, which are 2 big events, but nothing compared to even what's happening daily there. And I think we can definitely feel like an island out here, where it's, it's like, oh, that thing's happening over there in another part of the world. And it's especially with the internet, thankfully, all these things like TikTok and stuff that I kind of roll my eyes at, they're kind of being like an amazing feature now, right? It's trying times indeed, that's for sure. Alrighty, you know what? Let me go get a plane. I'm just gonna get this out. We'll bring out a bodyguard first. If he wants to waste a bolt on it, fine. I'll try to be able to at least save the warden there. Yeah, I never would have thought, being a kid of the 80s, that, all this Russia talk and, straight out of the movie, like, what was that with Patrick Swayze, Red Dawn? We're always getting scared to death back in the 80s, and it's not that different now. Craziness. Move that monitor over there. Hope your internet keeps up while the Twitch stream lasts. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm hardwired in, but it's the PC. I'm just seeing how much I'm kind of Schwarzifying it, right? As I'm fond of saying. All right, we'll drop this. I'd rather be able to just drop the Screech next turn, so we'll do this and return the land. Sit back and attack. Oh, looks like we're going to need our, what do you call, sorry, I'm really distracted after worrying about Hexxen there. Faerie Macabres here. Better pay attention to what our opponent's doing. But I was surprised last week, too, being that it was a SD show. I had my kilobits or whatever set too low, and it didn't look too bad. I was like, wow, I didn't get any complaints. Rocky IV says Dreamer Stingo. Yeah, boy, that movie is just embedded in my head. I've lost count of how many times I've seen that. I used to work out to it when I was in gymnastics in my teens. It was always that workout scene is just ultra motivational. Okay, we're going to pull the trigger here and see if we can't just really get going here. Being that we've got an extra one in our hand and Cenn's Enlistment here, I'm just going to go all out here. tap these up, and hopefully we can just top deck you know what in the so here we go, right? This is how the deck plays. Plan A, which is just swarm and smash, gain life till you find the combo. Hopefully today there will be a game when we find the RallyGond combo and we'll go off, which is no stranger to this show. It's always a very fun thing to try there. But yeah, hexxen, you feel like I'd love to give you some emotional support, love, whatever, you know, that little thing at the top of the show that we always run to make sure my feed's going through. If you want to send a picture of paupercan@gmail.com, be happy to at least have a nice little note. I mean, big deal what that does, right? But just know that we're thinking about you. And personally, that makes it very, very close to home because I don't know anybody other than you. You know, it's just my son is in the military, and if this goes on long enough, I'm sure maybe you'll get to meet him. Craziness. Alrighty. Well, I think this Dragon Fangs gives it trample, if I'm not mistaken. It'd be nice if I could read it. Dragon Fangs. What does this say? And has trample, so no need to block it. These Dragon Delver lists are pretty fun. Actually won a tournament about 5 years ago with a build like that, but I think it just kept getting too cutesy, and I just got too cutesy. All right, we are all into the game plan here of, oh, wow. For some reason, I thought it had haste, too. I'm sure he's got that package in there as well. We've got the air power here. We really need to just hit something. Well, that would be funny, huh? All right, let's gain some life. 4, 9, 12. You know what? I'm going to slow roll this just a bit. We'll bring this out. We'll bring this out. And then we will attack. Next turn, we'll be gaining lots of life, being able to stay in front of this. And hopefully, if he's got any sort of shenanigans, I think, I'm not quite sure how Dragon Fangs, I think when it's in the yard, obviously it has to trigger something that's big, but maybe we'll get around that with this other Faithless Salvaging. You have to discard first. Interesting. I haven't tinkered with that, though. Well, thank you, hexxen. Just, sorry, reading slow in the chat there. Well, so far so good, right? Everything looking and sounding good, hopefully. Should be. Got it set at like maximum awesomeness. Cathartic Reunion. Boy, this is just, I didn't think we'd face a deck that's going to churn through a graveyard faster than ours, but I think we've met it. My goodness. We'll open up this for some screen real estate so you guys can see what's going on. Given the shenanigans of the graveyard. Dragon's Breath is there. We're just going to take all of this. It will be awesome if we can just top deck you know what, but it looks like he's got some fog math up. Nope. Never mind. Boy, he might deck himself. Wow. Interesting list. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. I'll do that now. Being that we've got some good targets here. Well, we like this, don't we? This is like kind of what this deck's made for. We might as well gain a life here. I'm playing pretty loosey-goosey, being that it's game one and don't really have to worry about cannonade, I would think. We're not going to be blocking with these lovely ladies and guys, so we'll do that. Get back up to a crazy life total and attack. So our combo hasn't shown up, which is fine. We've got Prismatic in the yard if anything gets really crazy here. Oh, torn. Yeah, I learned too that Kiev is way older than Moscow. Like it was like fully like a city and this bastion of civilization, and then Moscow was like this little podunk farming town off to the east, and it's crazy how things have changed. Thank you, Shiraz. Yeah, I just made the one change with the flame jab, and I can't quite remember. I had a bit too much to drink last night, which list I sent you guys, so I resent it this morning. So thank you for putting up with me. Our opponent has 3 cards left. They've definitely won the drawing war. Bold play. Yeah. Trying to just keep that life total crazy high here. One of those sequences where I think our opponent has would have plenty of good game against a lot of other decks, but life gain's no joke. I remember when I first started making the tokens list, I was starting to 5-0 a lot with back, 5-6 years back. And even then, you know, there was a stigma around life gain, like, oh yeah, that's for beginners. And it's like, not when you're going crazy. And elves and such have proved that. And, you know, Soul Sisters right afterwards, I'm not saying that's what caused it, but it was a couple months after. I remember it started becoming a thing in Modern too, and that was always good times. Well, let's use it. We'll tap this, calling black, making sure nothing's changing colors. And I'm pretty sure we got this one. Alrighty. Delve Angler, huge W. Alright, let's go to sideboard. Alright, well, we're going to bring in our Macabres. I'd like to get this too. We can always pull a card out of their yard here. And pretty sure we're going to run into quite a bit of hatred with regards to our, what do you call, small people. So we'll bring in 2 of these. I'm going to lose the Cenns. What are we at? 62. Got to kill 2. Prismatic feels pretty damn powerful there. Yep. I'm going to lose a Looting. And I'm going to lose a Gond. We've got 2 Spidersilks. We can find them with a lot of these shenanigans. Yeah, I want to make sure I got this in here too. And I'm going to lose part of our combo there. Yep, Battlefield Scrounger. Yeah, my son was trying that out in his Tortured Existence list. I think he still has it. In fact, Aaron's today, he's going to the top of the store we always play at, Collector Legion here. He's playing in a huge Modern event today. I think it's like 7 or 8 rounds. Should be a good time. See what happens? You get rid of the combo and it shows up right at your doorstep. Well, we're definitely going to want white here. This is we're on the draw. Keep this. I've seen a lot better hands, especially with our mana, but that's why we're running 23. So I keep these graveyards a little bit larger than usual, just for the real estate that we're gaining here. Alrighty. Let's go. Okay, here we are. And away we go. Cool. We'll cycle this for white. Definitely the most important color here. We've only got 1 mountain. It's kind of frustrating when it shows you the one, but what you gonna do? We've at least got the other one there. I think if nothing really changes in our hand security, we're just gonna drop that cat. Save Spidersilk for that Crumbling Vestige. Look at that artwork on the Crumbling Vestige. It's so pretty. Oh, hey, hexxen Rouge, my friend. I hope we see you many times. Good luck to you, and our hearts are with you. I always feel so cheap saying those little platitudes, but I mean it. It's just, I always kind of roll my eyes when I hear that kind of stuff, the old hearts and mind talk. It's like, yeah, that's nice, but my goodness, the reality of it is a lot heavier. Hexxen Rouge. That's a heavy heart today, boy. I'm sure all of you in the chat are feeling that way too. That's hopefully, you know, somebody takes that crazy bastard out and Putin, and we can just get on back to being civilized. Finish race car driver. That's the first time I think we've heard from you. Ooh. Okay, I'd really like to get a Faerie Macabre here for some shenanigans. Alrighty. Boy, we get rid of the combo and it just shows up in droves, huh? Alright. We'll drop this. I'll call green. And we'll bring out the Spidersilk Armor. You know, sometimes these lists run so tight that they don't even bother with board washers or whatnot, but I don't know. With this many 1/1s, I would think, especially with the color axis, you've got... You know, with a deck like that, it might be better to run something like, what is it? Deathhead's Speaker. It's that 2/1 flyer. When it dies, everything gets -1/1. Can you bring that up in the chat? Somebody that's quick on the draw. I'd appreciate it for anybody that's ignorant of the card. Oh, a little too late. Look at this. Kaboom. It's a neat list. Like seeing it. Yeah, Deathhead's Buzzard. That's the one. All creatures get this. It's not even damage either. That's awesome. Well, you don't have much life gain going on here. I think we're going to be going to game 3 if I don't draw something real good. That tramples Burley. You know, it sums up what Delver... I mean, what I say Delver because it's a delve mechanic, but what Gurmag Angler's weakness is, right? I mean, you give it trample and fear. It's like, woo! Pretty awesome. Ooh, look at this. You know, if he doesn't do anything else and we top deck a... oh, this is tough. I'm gonna pull the trigger here. We'll do this. I've at least got the option to block. But if we top deck any green source, I could be fine here. I will be blocking with the cat. Yeah, that's usually the way it bodes well when you play Prismatic, is you take that big hit and then you try to stabilize instead of the opposite. Stabilize, and then try to pull out from under anything. By then, you know, it might be an 11-13 or something, you know. Ugh, I hate that artwork. Somebody has a playmat like that. I'm glad I always beat them because I feel like I play with a better mat. All right, just keep drop kicking you. Yeah, no joke. I tell you, man, the second I don't play that mono black list, I run into it or get trounced by it. It's crazy. Just in case. Well, oh, I can't even do it. Never mind. That was dumb. I should be at 13. Yep, it does, Captain Tinko, and that was dumb of me. Come on, green source for the win. Well, it's kind of there, isn't it? And this is the way this list runs a lot. We tend to have a lot of these kind of games where, and I did this yesterday. I was testing. If I played any of you in the chat, you'll know. I scribbled down my win losses, and it was pretty lopsided. And I looked over some of my really old notes from like when I first designed the deck, and it's like the king of comebacks. With, I mean, Prismatic obviously is no secret, but when you're able to just kind of win. And, you know, one of the only drawbacks to last week's deck is something that's running like, you know, crazy amounts of life gain, and there's, you know, he might just have Flaring Pain here. It's definitely I would not think it's some sort of top deck oh my god moment, because he's shoving everything in the yard. So that would be an excellent card to probably have 2 or 3 of, but maybe he doesn't. Let's see. Call black. We will win the game. I would really like to see a Soul Sister show up. That would really kind of rub salt in the wound there, but what are you going to do? Got 2 turns of fog. Now that's an angler, you know. Oh, we've got a cool little, hopefully it'll be new to a lot of you. I just can't help myself when I make a new video. I did a little, just, wow. Manna from heaven. Look at this. This is nuts. All right. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. That's crazy. All right. We're going to go green, red, this, and win the game here. Unless he's got a way to kill it. Is it game? We've got infinite life and infinite creatures. And we're pretty safe with the Spidersilk. I mean, you could probably pull off a Justice here, but I don't think this list would really run it. Let's just see if we can get a concession right now to start activating. All right, click here. If anything's going to hog the PC, it's probably this, right? Really going all out. What is this? Ooh! Now look at that. Well, I could just call red here. There's not much reason to do that. That's on the stack. I think I'm just going to let this through. I mean, I've still got the... we can just block with all these tokens, you know. I hope this isn't an arthritis matchup. Come on. It sure is fun. Never gets old, except for the clicking part, right? Yeah, it would be. Maybe they're watching the stream and know that my PC's, you know, doing major push-ups today. So I know I can't block. I'm just going to keep him back, though, for the Prismatic, because he's our only white creature. So, but thank you for the heads up there, because it's one of the other problems with trying to showcase a new deck every week, especially now that I'm a working stiff, is that, you know, you blink and it's showtime, and you're trying to play a whole new thing, so that can cause a lot of issues. I think that's probably enough to kill him. We've got elves. We've got all kinds of goodies. Ooh. Anybody in the chat sleeve up that mono blacklist? You know, I can only that we played last week. I sure hope hexxen is obviously safe and sound, and he's in a maybe he'll get real lucky and be in just a boring part of the war, and he'll find somebody that has a magic liking, and he'll just get in a lot of good games. I don't know. We can hope, right? I'll just do a mega block here. I want to try to preserve that strands for any sort of shenanigans. How'd you do, Cooper? Exact same list, or did you tweak it? I always laugh when I have like those kind of results. You know, so I went 5-0 on the stream, then I won the local tournament in paper, and then I won Pauper Classic Tuesdays on Tuesday. And people are like, have you thought about? And it's like, what more evidence do you want that it kind of works the way it is? So, all right. So we start off here. Anyway, what I was saying is put out a new video, and if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to roll to it pretty soon. But for right now, I think we're just going to jump into another game because my bladder is doing fine. Anyone can join. There we go. Made a couple of changes. Rats for Justice went 4-1. Sweet. What's your logic on the Crypt Rats? I mean, I'm always a big fan of Crypt Rats, but I just, when it counts, I needed it to do 2, not 1 at that 4th turn, and that's why I went with Justice. Plus, it fits the engine of the list a little bit in that permanent buyback if you're not going up against control, but those are my thoughts anyway. Yuck. We got to pitch this. Mulligan. Well, that's kind of the opposite problem, but we at least have some options. We'll keep this. I guess we'll get rid of the Vestige here. Done. Part of our combo in place. Zone. Cool name. Tell you, I was trying to make a cool tribe list, and every single time I played it, Makeshift Munitions was across the table from me. I'm like, that's really good against tribe. I mean, you can obviously pyroblast it and stuff, but you still have to have it. Made me start thinking like, maybe I should consider Mutagenic Growth, my favorite card of all time, right? There's a new Pauper project starting. I wish I wrote it down, but I got invited to be some PhD member of it, which is a nice gesture. So we'll see how that goes. More info on that as it develops. It's just going to be kind of a hub to just see every deck list, you know, all the fixins. I'm just going to do this just in case. Looks like we're up against some sort of control here. I don't want to slow down so much with that garrison. Depends what we top deck here, obviously, but yeah, in the paper tournament, I faced Burn, and they had never seen Blackburn before, and it was really comical, especially the first game. It was like lightning bolt, and I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, Alms of the Vein or whatever, you know, and just get it all back, and he's like, He's like, this isn't... Hey, speak of tribe. There we go. Wedding invitation with tribe. Nice tech. Can't be blocked this turn. Interesting. That's a nice little addition. Alrighty, let's see if we can get creative here. Boop. Well, we've got that, but we really needed the other thing, didn't we? I'll throw out a Screech and a Crag. We'll play the Bodyguard. And we'll play the Clunky Garrison here. And really hope for a basic or something. Even a Holdout Settlement, or we'll see. Hey, AZN2K2 in the house. Let's go. If you're just joining us, like I said, we're trying to make up and then some for last week's SD outing with the low bit rate, and now we're pushing the ultimate to see how much my PC can handle. So if it goes kaput, we'll know why. And enough on that. That's my son's playmat, that new Brainstorm right there. I look at that artwork almost weekly across from me. I was just happy when I did play at the Pauper event on Sunday that I didn't have to face my son, who was getting very, very close to making Tortured Existence work, but he's just, it's always time, you know. He's got a scoop with 5 minutes left and technically win 2 more times. It's like, not going to happen, kiddo. Oh, there was an episode last week. In fact, if you go to YouTube, just in the My Videos area, you can see it was Sapphire, my son's birthday, and we had some helium laying around, and I sang the propaganda song on helium. So it's very rare that I put out an unpolished video like that. It's not really my style, but made for some pretty funny shenanigans. All right, we're probably walking right into a circular logic, which is fine because we've got 3 guards to go. But I'm just going to try to get it out here. Bloop. Good loot there. Yep. Can't believe my youngest is 17 now. I guess my bald head should probably not be that big of a surprise with ages like that. But that was another thing. I was looking at the top of the show, you know, that picture of, you know, Legion and the tournament they take for their, you know, little social media and stuff. And you know, I was like, yeah, cool. And I looked at it and I'm like, boy, I'm like easily the oldest person there. It's like, duh. But I don't know if, you know how it is. You think of yourself always in terms of like, at least for me, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, you know, a dad, bald head, blah, blah, blah. And it's just kind of a reality check looking at that and just being like, oh, I guess I am kind of old. I mean, not that old. 20 more years, then all that stuff will make a lot more sense. But ooh, a little tentative here, huh? All right. Let's go. I really like this. Oh, man. This is such... I know we're going to just walk right into a counter spell here, but this might end the game if it gets through. Well, at least see that they've got a counter. I hate that this slows us down, but... oh, my goodness. It worked. And we have bodyguards. This is good times. Keep up red mana just to make them think we're running bolts and stuff, where we are not. Very pure listing here. And no sense in waiting around. We'll tap this, go boom, boom, boom. And this will untap the guard. Always make sure to do it that way. That's no problem, Dreamer Stingo. Like I said, it happens to me a lot. Yeah, I'm excited and dreading this next week a little bit, just because if you're following my little personal drama, this is the week where I have to go into the office. Not Monday, because I have such a tight schedule and stuff, but it's technically only Tuesday through whatever, but that'll be kind of neat. Listen to some radio and stuff, especially with all the news events and stuff. Thinking of hexxen, ruge on the lines of the war now, and probably listen to a lot of AM radio and such going in, but that gets old pretty quick. Alrighty. And I even believe this wedding invitation would have to target creature. Yep. So that standard bearer, nice little slip up. You have 2 main. You can always pitch them to looting if it's not necessary, but you'd be very surprised how often that just throws a little wrench in the works. We've even considered maybe running one of the 2/4 standard bearer. What's that? Coalition Honor Guard? Why do I know that? Still have the the 2 main and then the big guy behind it. You drop that against burn, it's like over. Who was that? The Darkest Mage played Tribe really well. Of course, Gush and everything else was in play at that point. Thank you, Nimchimsky. That's right. So yeah, we got this cool little, I've always talked about the Bald Boys, right? We got Tireless Tribe, we got Delver, we got Seeker of the Way. So I went and found some old 1920s drawings of hairstyles and then went into Photoshop because it was pretty slow at work. And just had a lot of fun, and then I set it to some music and put it in one of those little pieces that we like to run, and can't wait to show you guys. That'll be coming up next. I think we've got Innistrad trivia today for our first bathroom break, which will be after this. Get some coffee. I should call it coffee break. My bladder's doing just fine, and then we'll roll to the new one. So, of which we've already seen some of the hairstyles. It's pretty much magic balding patterns, and there's a lot of private jokes in it. So, all right. Well, it looks like we pulled that one off against Tribe, and I think it's all in part to having a main decked standard bearer. So, boop. I'm going to lean on the bodyguards here. If he has access to being able to kill it with 1 damage gut shots, fine. I'm not too against that. I think what we're going to want to do here, we're going to bring out Enlistment. This is a common theme you're going to see quite often. Life gain can be a big problem for Tribe. Obviously, I'm not going to touch a lot of these moving parts. So keep that there. Before I forget, we're going to bring in 2 Oblivion Rings. And I believe that's going to, Electrickery would be a pretty nice little 1/2, right? I don't think I want to go more than 2 on that. We're keeping that. I'm going to lose maybe both rallies. We're not really the aggro here, kind of a pressing list, but I do want to be able to shut the door when I need to. I'm going to lose a looting and a rally. I want to keep our life package up to date. I'll lose 1 part of our combo. And yeah, if you're going to skimp on the combo, skimp on the enchantment so that you at least get a creature out of the deal. And sometimes it's fun to just take out the combo. Not something I would recommend doing all that often or if ever, but if you want a personal challenge, good times. Okay. Well, we've got the nice 1/2 punch, don't we? We're going to keep this. I really don't like fishing for red this early, but with this hand and with strands and with standard bearer, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be able to really slip through the noise here. EOT Brainstorm headed our way, probably. All right, that's a lot better. We'll drop this. Just leave it at that. Now we can use that Ash Barrens for what it's supposed to be, a forest. So, Cooper the Red, regarding last week's list, what did you lose to? Was it a misplay, or did they actually get you? My guess is they gained a lot of life. So we might be running into a nanosecond gut shot here, which is fine. There it is. We've got this nice opening. We're going to take it. It'd be nice to have that in the yard. Things are working out pretty well here. Boop. Lost a tribe. Interesting. It's funny, in the paper tournament, I was telling people about Tireless Tribe, and they looked at me like a dog that hears a different frequency. They thought I was joking, and I'm like, guess you guys don't play very much. Like, definite tier 1 just a year or 2 ago, and I go, it's not that different, you know. Jennifer's not all that great, given if he's running, you know, with his snow-covered lands and such. I'd imagine the whiteout plan is still there, but, you know, it doesn't matter if you can't cast inside out. Oh, yeah. No, it's, that Wedding Invitation's pretty nice tech. Got a little card there. Alrighty. Well, this just keeps getting better and better, don't it? I really want to loot here. Let me loot first. Let's get our little insurance plan in the yard. Alright, well, that's a really good insurance plan. Yeah, baby. Let's get both of them in there. Yeah, dang it. Gosh darn it. I really want to cast that Commune. Cycle this. Tempted to just get a plains here. We'll play pure. Let's play pure. Boop. And trying to think. Is there any untapped stuff? I'll chance it. That was dumb. Both for the prismatic and that. First punt of the day. 1 damage is not worth that. Oh, all right. Well, I guess they must just have a handful of stuff that can't get around the standard bear, which is why we put it in the list. So, all right. Well, cool. We're going to roll some Innistrad trivia. I'll be back a little more caffeinated than usual, and I'll see you in just a few. Enjoy these ads and the new little spoof that I put together. And we're back. All right. Hopefully you guys like that. Yeah, the devious cover up. That was just such a. I was looking like clutch of undercurrents because it kind of looked like hands, and then I was looking through the cards and I'm like, oh my god, this is a no-brainer. It was a little eureka moment when I found that. This is a keep, barely. Yeah. Hopefully you guys like that. Anybody sporting the Delver like me? Come on, let's get a plains right now. Nope. All right. Definite slow roll. What are we playing? Brute Squad? What's going on? So that was kind of the plan. I was like, I haven't played green in a while. Green's not that good of... Watch, we end up losing. This will be the deck we lose to. Wasn't going to go so far as Stompy, but... All right, really like this. Let's go get a plane. Let's get our life on board here. I was thinking of the crew land, but I'm just going to drop the Soul Sister combo here. And I mean, we've got the combo in hand. Should be fine if we can just live long enough here. What was I saying? Oh, but I wanted to play green because, you know, just played black, and I think it was blue the week before that. And I was like, I haven't visited green for a while. Which one can I do? And I'm like, well, I got that Nihilist, that one of the most winning things ever. But like I said, every deck has an Achilles heel. This one is Tron. Can beat it quite a bit, but frees up a lot of design space now that it's not that heavy of a hitter. So, alrighty, we've got all kinds of good options here. Let's bring out another sister. Yo, we'll tap this for red. Boop, boop, boop. All right. I've seen better. I've seen... Get rid of a loot. I want to keep that. Just to play the sands or not. I mean, we've got the Survivors Encampment to power that out. So I believe we'll get rid of the sands. We'll try to play some good magic here. Come on now. Okay. I'll bring back the encampment. And hope for the best. No attackies. Be nice if we had a Strands in the yard, but we'll see what we can do. So my oldest is... Last week he showed up. Now he's going back to school, so... Hopefully I got enough time to say adios to him, because he's going to be leaving both for my youngest for the tournament and the oldest for the airport. So, wow, there's a lot of damage. Crunch. We're almost dead next turn. Alrighty. I can do a few things here. Drop the Bodyguard. I'll win next turn, but hopefully we can get there. Got a pretty good go of it. Never know. We're not going to be blocking, that's for sure, so we might as well be attacking. We just went next turn outside of a vines. Call green with the Bodyguard be a big mistake, right? I'd be like, all right, we'll see if Gond can resolve. I'm not quite sure what... oh, hold on a minute here. I'm not quite sure what list you're referring to either, my friend. That I was referring to. I'm reading backwards. Don't worry about it. It's no biggie. I think the majority of what I've been talking about is that mono black list we played last week. That's about it. But if you like the list of this one, one of our agents in arms can maybe post that link up, as I shared it there. What do we have here? A little bit too much flexible mana, I tell you. That's the pause of somebody that just saw the win, I think. I can't block nothing. Are we alive? We are! Woo! Okay. Oh, Naya, yeah. Well, just be in the color combo here. Alrighty, let's do this stuff. Gotta be careful. Keep my finger off the yield button just in case he's got the 2 damage spell. Nope. Okay, cool. And we win, I believe. Alrighty. Might as well just bring this out too. I should have tapped the guard and for green to play perfectly there, but whatever. I'll tap this. Doing this. Put Presence of the Gond on this. we win, or is Vines going to get in the way? All right. A lot of W's today. Didn't really expect that. I always underestimate this list, and it always comes through pretty hardcore. So Standard Bearer is definitely going to stay in. We've got the life package. We're not really too much of the aggressor here. I'm going to get rid of 1 and 1 in this. Open up 3 spots. I like to be able to trade and keep our life totals nice and healthy with our Lone Missionary. And maybe a Dawnbringer Cleric. I don't have to worry about sweepers, really. Why not? It's a fan favorite. Let's make the fans happy. Woo! www. Sounds like a really old website. Stompy wire. Deluxeicoff. White Infect needs some attention, good sir. Alrighty. We have a request. Maybe we shall play it next week. What's the problem for you? I'm just desiring to see it. That's another one that I bring up with the physical fans over at Legion on Sundays. I show them that list, and they kind of giggle, and then I beat them with it. And they're like, "Oh, that's kind of real, huh?" I'm like, "Yep." Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Nimchimsky. Get rid of that massive enchantment, right? We got plenty of options here. Let's just gain some life. You know, RallyGond's one of those things when you do have it as a 1-2 punch, it's nice to have because the person just like with Tribe, you know, you kind of live in fear and just your shoulders are raised up and everything feels a little on edge. Our mana is here. We have arrived. It's awkward, but we can get there. I think I'm just going to drop the Vestige. The beautiful Vestige. Boop. We'll go like this. Playing this. We'll just drop this. Obviously go grab red next. Probably drop the Cleric. Who knows? We don't really have any bounce mechanics here. No Skyfisher engine. Messed around with a few builds like that. Well, that sucks. There goes all that life we gained. Savage Swipe. Nice. All right. Well, it looks like we're going to be going to our first game 3 if this tempo. That's a really good play right there. I really respect that. Keeping it off green, especially with Prismatic. A lot of people might miss that. All right. Let's go get red. Cycle. Hi. Clicking very gingerly. I do not want to mess that up. What do we have here? I'll loot. We'll throw this in the yard. This in the yard. Let's get our life engine going on here. Let's see what we can see. You'd like to optimize it. Oh, well, send your list to paupergan@gmail.com. I'll give it a custom look over, especially since it's something I'm always fond of playing. Boy, I sure wish that Dawnbringer said exile target enchantment. That would be sweet. This is a damn good game plan from our opponent. I'm happy I'm still streaming. I figured my stream would have went kaput by now. Don't think we're getting out of this one, guys. I mean, technically, I could walk right into a Prismatic. That isn't it. So we need Prismatic just to stay alive here. I guess I could... No, I can't even do that, can I? I need another white source. I think I'm going to rock like this, cycle this for white. But, I mean, to what end, right? We'll still kind of lose. And then we'll bring back this. And if this doesn't show a Prismatic, we're just dead on the spot here. Yep, we're dead. All right, so we lose the first game today. Going to game 3. Lightning quick start. That's what Stumpy's good at. Oh, okay. Very cool. Alrighty. You know, is that token that the Nest Invader makes, is that an artifact? Not that it would warrant bringing in Gorilla Shaman, but it's an interesting thought. Shut the door there. There's one more rally, and I'm going to bring in one Oblivion Ring here. Just color this. Thank you for that. I can remember really dumb things, but not things that really matter like that. Are we headed to our first loss of the day? Perhaps. Yes. Well, that's a pretty good looking hand. Got some options we'll keep. We've got the Air Raid and the Battle Screech here. Bit of a slow roll, but we can at least get out a cat. I think I'll favor the cat for early blockers, even over the Warden. Fish out the Savage Swipe early. Eldrazi Drone. Thank you for the updates, my friends. All right. What shall we do? Ooh, this looks promising. Yeah, I'm just going to favor the kitty cat. I'll do that. Returning this. Be nice to just grab a basic. I think I'm going to block this. I don't want a, whatchamacallit, turn on. We just need to go long. That's the name of the game. If he's got, pit sulks there, I don't want those getting turned on. That's fine. Yep. Alrighty. Got quite a few dudes headed our way. Not sure what the right play here is. Really want to hit a land. I'll just develop this out. Go from there. In hopes that we just top deck a land. We can start gaining a lot of life with that Battle Screech. I'm sure that Warden's not going to live through this turn, but if it does, we know they don't have Savage in their hand. So it's kind of a neat dad joke way of knowing what's in your opponent's hand. Boy, what a difference a few weeks or months make, huh? You look at Hexxen Rouge's story and a month ago, just happy-go-lucky, everything's going good, playing Magic, living life. A month later, drafted into the war. Just, man, boggles the mind, doesn't it? All right, hey, our combo's here. Cool. Change of plans. We're just going to bring this dude out. Wish I had a bodyguard, but hey. We are at 21 life. Now our Warden's pretty safe, because if he's got the Savage Swipe, or whatever that card is, he's probably going to target that guard. If he knows what's good for him. Yeah, outside of a Vines, I think we'll be all right. It was funny. Yesterday I was had a slow day of editing, which is why I did that little balding commercials, whatever you want to call it, funny little thing. And okay, one card we have to worry about now. This is fine. Interesting choice. Do you think we have Guardians? Why would he choose that over the Scourge? Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? Do we tempt fate here and kill the Sentinel? We'll let it through. What was I saying? Anyway, so I edit on Avid professionally, and it's a pretty complex system. And then above me is my edit bay that I do propaganda on, which is Premiere Pro, which is a whole nother editing system. And it's so funny. It's like somebody saying like, "Here, play one of your songs," and I grab the guitar, and then they make it a left-handed guitar, and they're like, "Now do it." So it's just quite the you know, just kind of mind screw with that stuff. So, all right, let's see if we can win. See, the guy already doesn't. I consider blocking there. Vines would still take it out. This way, if he's got vines, we at least have a creature out of the deal. That's why. All right, so we just win here. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I think the concession's showing up. No? All right, cool. Well, that's a quick 3-0. And we'll just jump into the next one here, ladies and germs. Woo! Devious comb over, yes. Yeah, I like the Lonely Island, too. It's just that little bald spot. There are quite a few options. I wanted to get the Seeker in there and Delver. I was going to egotistically call one the Deluxe, but I was like, makes more sense to call it the Delver because that's the haircut I've been sporting for about 10 years. Yeah, and then the Seeker, and the Angler, you know, because the anglerfish always has that little dangler that gets there. So I didn't know if that was going to get interpreted by everybody correctly. That seems to have gone over well. Yeah. Oops, already played that. I love those little Innistrad trivias with the little propaganda burning candle clock. You all know me and my love for Halloween, right? I've always got to be sneaking that into just about every opportunity I can. Anything. In fact, I just cut something that was, supposed to be a little lighthearted and stuff. And, you know, you have to do these pictures for YouTube and stuff. And so I submitted it to the powers that be in my professional job. And they're like, yeah, we'll try that out. It looks a little dark, but meaning like kind of evil. And I was just like, sorry, that's just how I roll, man. I just get out of bed, and if I draw something or anything, it always has kind of a dark tone to it. So thank you for that, Ultra Volcarine. Yeah, that's now that I've been at this for 5-6 years, I've got such a backlog that even if you have seen all of them, they usually come at you just kind of like an old Saturday Night Live skit that you like or something. And that's the goal anyway. It is, after all, only me here. So this colorful list is the brainchild of me and me alone. It got lost to history. It's won a bunch of challenges. It won the very first challenge, and nobody plays it. Very misunderstood. We'll keep this. We'll throw back one of these, and we'll say done. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, that's not that great of a keep, is it? All right, we need a little bit of help here. Get that commune going on. Aurora Borealis lands. Very nice. Ultra Wolverine. Cool. I like this a lot. Let's lead off. Given that what we're up against, I'm going to lead off with this, actually. We'll be calling white and get out our little soul sisters. These lovely ladies online, especially if this is what I think it is. Should be a mono blue, maybe? Curious. Alrighty, I'll cycle this. Whoop. For white. We'll play it. Not sure what the call here is. I care less about the bodyguard, so I'm going to drop this for the Spellstutter Sprite bait, which is probably coming. Yep. Gain some life here. That's fine. Outside of a snap to our Midnight Guard combo, if we even get the combo, here sometimes the better plan, especially game 2, is just to bring in Spidersilk and such and win the air war. We've got quite a few flyers. And what happened to Triplicate Spirits? Remember when I had 2 of those main for a while in a pure white weenie list. I remember facing off multiple times against Gabriel Nassif. He was playing Pauper for like a 4-month stretch. I was just always had his number with that list. It was because it just smashed, fairies, Delver, whatever, and obviously he's 1,000 times a player I am, but it was just one of those cases where it's like the deck is better against this. Uh-oh, there's a swamp. That's troubling. Suffocating Fumes is a card. Do I drop the combo against a deck that can just kill stuff? I don't. I'm going to Commune first. See what we get. All right. Well, we miss a lot of dudes, but we'll at least get this online. Not sure how wide I want to go here, given that our opponent, I think, has multiple options. 2 of them in most lists of the Suffocating Fumes. Such a fantastic card. We've got a sneaky kill in our yard. Triplicant Spirits. Oh, yes. Ground attack has been stopped. As we look into the future, and we don't see anything. Here comes some damage. Rally in the yard. That's relevant. Counter magic up. If he's got a hard counter, let's see it. I'm just going to drop this. It gets away from another fairy number 2, at least this way, right? And we get our life total nice and high, and we stop that augur from turning into a ninja. It'd be nice if that bodyguard stuck now that I'm sitting across from Dimir and not just blue. We got a ninja in our future? We do. As we take a wash in the life department there. Boop. And we'll yield to that. And they got to live in fear of the combo, wondering if we have it at all times, right? How to bait that last spell stutter sprite. Let's see. This probably a cast down. Oh, nope. Never mind. Oh, okay. Soul Sister is working hard as he's digging for suffocating fumes, I imagine. Rainstorm instead enters the revealed card zone. It's cool when you're playing Pauper. I've been seeing people, when they play Ephemerate, they just set it on the top of their library. I'm like, that's awesome. All right, we have an opening, and we can't really do much with it, huh? I'm going to play the lady while we got her. Interpreted pretty reckless here. If, you know what shows up. We are buying time, and unfortunately, Prismatic does nothing against suffocating fumes. So if they've got it, we're kind of screwed, and this is going to help them get it. I missed a spot shaving this morning. It's like this little tuft. Okay. I guess they didn't find it. They're just getting out the fairy army to get their counter magic up high enough that it'll be relevant. They get a little too overzealous with this attack plan. We might be able to just swing for the win with Rally in our yard, but we're going to need a red source. Yeah, snuff out. That's a good reminder. I lost a Kiln Fiend about 3 weeks back at the very first, might have been a month back now. Pauper paper event, and hey, Pauper Akbar in the house. Boy, what a good time to draw this, huh? Don't know if I want to go too all in with this, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't. What do you guys say? Leave it in the yard, wait to get bogged, or do we wait to get suffocating fumed here? We're going up against the hell with it. Let's go. Hiya! We've got an opening. Let's take it. We'll just go for the win next turn if we can get a red source. I might just be able to do it in the air, right? I mean, if they got suffocating fumes, we're definitely going to see it now. Woo! Pauper Akbar. Yes. Do they got it? All right. I guess not. Oh man, if we top deck a mountain or a crumbling vestige or quite a few other things, we shall be fine. I will be blocking this, even though we're trying to play a little more aggro. I don't want it turning into a ninja, and I don't want Spell Stutter Sprite to be getting anything relevant other than 1 mana shenanigans. That kind of blows. Not doing us any good in the hand. Do that. I guess I'll attack here. Prismatic's never dead either. I mean, even in a matchup where you don't really need it like this, we can triple block an auger and then call strands, or call strands and then triple blocks. Probably the better play. So I can't really get tricked out of the reality. What am I trying to say? Woo! Thanks for joining me, everybody. It's nice to have you all here. And like I said, if you missed the top of the show, we had hexxen ruge on the front line of the war now. So we're got kind of some heavy hearts. Angler makes life totals go bye-bye pretty quickly, doesn't it? Come on over, ninjas. Let's see what you got. I'll get a little reckless with this. We'll play it first. You know, you don't have to commit stuff to instants and such. You can play things slow and see where they go. Now that it's resolved, now I'll block. As opposed to the other way, if they have any sort of trick, then you lose a creature, you know? Maybe they got some bounce. Maybe they got a lot of bounce. Did they just submit? All right. Oh, that's not making me feel very safe and sound, that big pause there. No shenanigans for you. Of course, you need red mana for that. Yay! Red, my old friend. Where have you been all my life? Alrighty. Might as well be attacking with these. Might get a sprite out of the deal, who knows? I'm just dreading when that suffocating fumes is going to show up, right? So gain 3 more life. RallyGond. It's one of the most satisfying deck builds I've ever come up with, because it was there were some haters online. I don't even remember, names are insignificant, but when challenges first started, and they thought this was just a hot mess. They were being very vocal on like Discord back when I was on Discord and stuff, and then it won like the first challenge, the third, and like the 6th. They got quiet real quick. So we have that. Is this the bluff tactic? Do we just swing here? He could do that with that. Let's try to get out the sprite. Act like we're kind of slow rolling some sort of trick. Like, what's this card in our hand, right? Alrighty. Well, we don't need that. Probably don't need the sister either, but I'll keep the sister. That looks a little strange, but I'll see what we can do here. Just keep this big secretive card back, right? Hiya! We'll attack. 52 life. It could go away real quick if a suffocating fume shows up. Just the reality. All right. It's got to really honor that rally in the yard. I've been having a lot of success lately with these outings. I don't plan it that way. I'm more than happy to crash and burn and learn stuff, but so far so good. Well, there's a must counter, huh? Let's see if we can get another sprite out of the deal. No. All right. I don't think I'll pull the trigger full time on this. I always like to leave that red open just so they think we might not be on the cards. We are. It's such a frustrating spell. Hard counter, and then we just bring it back. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that one in the yard. It's just a little overkill if I did that. This at least... It's the slow pecking plan. Caw! Man, we are so fragile, the suffocating fumes right here. They're halfway through their list, so it's going to suck when they play it. We've got enough life. Maybe we can rebuild. Yep. I mean, if I'm going to lose creatures, I might as well make them lose them, right? I love killing fairies. I don't know why they tapped their black for that. I mean, I guess we try it, right? There's no sense in making this like some secret. We'll just rock like this. Rally. Here comes a hard counter, probably. Yep. And if you look closely, I tapped that really inaccurately. I could have Faithless Looting there if I did that better. So that's punt number 2 if we're keeping track, which I hope you are. Keeping me honest. We'll attack 3. That's a lot of time to find the goods, isn't it? You know what? I'm just going to play this land. I want 2 red sources given our graveyard situation and such. So, boop. We're totally naked, but we have been for a while. Augur, is he gonna show it? What's he gonna show? Cast down. That's no good against us. It'd be funny if he has to use it on a bird token, huh? Wow. The hour is late for our opponent, indeed. Hasn't found fumes yet. I'd rather this get countered if he's got a sprite, because actually no, that's not accurate. So anything I do with the Faithless, we're going to have to pitch anyway, so just attack here. Doing a whole lot of nothing so far. It's like death by pigeons. Beep, beep. Oh, pecking. Boop. Got one of my favorite longer run commercials coming up next. Fire and Ice Vodka and Gin. Voiced by my very best friend. Since first grade, or kindergarten even. Mr. Randy Tibbetts. Complete opposite of me. That's probably why we get along so good. He's a diggin'. You know, I'm going to call blue on this. I don't want him to draw the card. It's the only reason they would do that is to go find suffocating fumes. Okay. Is it going to be a game or not? Let's see. Man, where's that hiding? They're halfway through their list. Did they finally have it? Nope. Wow. It's almost impressive at this point. Maybe they're not playing with it. Who knows? Maybe they just got a bunch of cast downs. They don't have a way out. Who knows? Let's go find a win option, damn it. I got plenty of white. Let's do this. Loot. Loot. I'll do this way. Let's Screech since we have 2. Let's put on a little bit more pressure. Oops, all lootings. That would be a good name for it. Watch my time. This is a 10-minute game here. No danger of dying, but boy, are we feeling fragile. This is all about a leaf armor going in here. Keep that one back. Spidersilk Armor. Just got to make a note to myself. In a matchup like this, I probably will run all of them. Wow, okay. I just don't think they have the swarm package accounted for here. As we hit for -2. That'd be funny if it gained life, right? When you're running 23 lands, that's why you kind of want retrace and also these lootings. Scenarios like this, you can just keep coming. Yeah, this is Demir. Okay. At this stage, I will do this. Keep them off of cards. Let's see. Red, boom, boom. Loot. Discard 2 cards. Sure. If this bodyguard goes through, we can just win here. Right? Call this on blue. And just attack with everybody. Does this work? Maybe. Probably going to catch a sprite in the face, but what are you going to do? Hey, all right, cool. Look at that flexible thinking on the battlefield. See? I got some skills. Well, these aren't going to do much good against anything. These sure will. This will be good. I really like Cenn's in this matchup too. I want all of these. Prismatic. Could probably lose. And yeah, Electrickery looks really good here too. Let's keep our red honest though. We'll drop that one part of the combo. I'd like to bring in the whole set of these. We are going up against fairies. I mean, why play 3 if you're not going to use 3, right? And I think we're going to lose that. We're not too worried about that as far as damage goes here. So, all right, let's submit. Well, not submit. That's a strange choice of words, isn't it? So this Legion card store, they've got really cool media presence and awesome, huge, gigantic store. The only thing I've seen better than it is Mox Boarding House up in the Seattle area. But anyway, I'm going to be talking to the owner, and they're actually going to hopefully start running some propaganda-style ads in the store and stuff. Just give them the okay to run them. And, you know, they got all these big screen monitors and stuff. And who knows, maybe I'm on the screen there right now. They shared something without even letting me know, so that was very generous of them. But it's kind of a torn situation though, because we have this little mom and pop place called the Game Bug that's pretty close to us, and it's cool because it's small and it feels, you know, Legion feels kind of elite. Like, you know, there's a few Pro Tour players that go there and stuff, and it's big time. And there's part of me that just kind of likes that, you know, little tiny community, kind of like what we got here, you know, just like-minded folks and having a good time. I'm glad my stream's still working, given that I'm trying to push all this through. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Pauper Akbar and company in the chat. You guys like kind of more, you know, smaller, intimate gatherings, or do you like the big, you know, thing with all the events? I mean, they both have their advantages. It's just so clearly like this awesome store versus just this, you know, just this fun place to hang out. But we've got a lot of nostalgia built up there, especially father and son wise. We played hundreds of drafts there, and we know everybody, and it's interesting. I like the small gatherings, says Pauper. Akbar. Yeah, I think our opponent's running away from our. Maybe they don't have suffocating fumes, and they're just bowing out in shame or whatnot. Hey, maybe not. I was gonna say, played this person plenty of times. They're not a poor sport. So we open up our graveyards and hope for the best. Maybe they're watching what we brought in. That'd be pretty sad. Oh, it gives us the goods and none of the fluff. We're gonna mulligan this quickly so I don't rethink it. We'll keep. One of these might get countered. This is very late in the game, so I'll get rid of that. This is just all about dropping that Spidersilk and stopping them from having a really quick opener. See if we can do it. Hey, maybe everything will work out, right? We'll just go from there. Used to run Kalhani Garden in this, 2 of them, but swapped it out for the 4th Blossoming Sands, as well as I think another Holdout Settlement, just for optimum flexibility. Not too worried about edict effects. Now, the only disadvantage a lot of these, there's Suffocating Fumes, no secret now, right? To a lot of these lists is when they do activate those ninjas, it just takes up so much time and design space and tempo of the turn, So you get these openings that, like Mezzo's old Delver builds, you wouldn't get. They'd get you on the ropes and that's it. But now with so many ninjas, a lot of times it can really punish blue players for getting a little too all in and greedy. You betcha, Dreamer Stingo. That's my plan. We got a ninja in our future, or what? Because I really like this outside of an annul. I think annul is enchantment or artifact, right? Oh, never mind. They hit their second land. Well, it's at least going to cost them a hard counter. And I do believe I'm going to do it. Well, common logic would be, let me drop the encampment. How afraid are they of the Midnight Guard? Let's lead off with the Guard. Nah, let's lead off with this. We've got 2 of them for a reason. Let's see if it sticks. Hard counter or not? Or Force Spike. Oh! Somebody doesn't have a hard counter. I think I might just play the other one too. He could have 2, and that way it'd be double insurance, right? History favors the bold, my friends. And that second ability of reach is often forgotten. Spidersilk used to be all over the place, and it's kind of not seen all that much anymore. I don't know why. Not many green X decks sitting about, right? Quieter show today, but I sure am having a good time. I hope you all are too. Hanging out in the chat. Got to see Little Fight finish his D&D campaign last night over at the Whole Card on Twitch. That was pretty fun. Well, I think I'm just going to drop the Screech here. Yeah, let's just get Screech online, huh? I've already seen, I don't think they have a hard counter, and we'll stop this from doing much. This goes through. All right, we've got some critters. Now we can bring it back pretty wantonly, which just means reckless for those non-English speakers. I would consider a double block here, but that would turn on the fumes. Instead, we'll just put it to him. Crunch. All right, cool. Counter spell. All right, well, let's get out that guard so we can build up our battlefield here. I'll drop that other Spidersilk at some point, but it's not not crazy necessary right now. Let's do this. Stop all forms of attacking. Let's do this. I'm going to take a chance. I know there's that 2-mana spell that can counter things, but I'm just going to take a chance for tempo here as we bring this back. We'll return the Vestige and go from there. Quite the army. Now, maybe bluff something out and get that second Spidersilk, because, you know, you could technically have another, what do you call, a kill spell option. We do know they have a counter spell in hand. Oh, okay. I'm going proactive. I like it. I like it. Man, I got to revisit my shaving job. Touching my face too much. Come on, sucker. Trade all day long. Let's go. Woo! I didn't mean to, but we're 4-0. I thought we'd maybe have a 3-2 day the way things are feeling, but this hasn't lost yet, just like last week's deck didn't lose. I don't know. Maybe I should go to Vegas really soon. We got one more game here. Let's just jump right into it. And, or, you know what? Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back for the last round right after this.
Our ingredients have historic roots. Our water combines the spreading seas of Zendikar with the rushing rivers of Ixalan. Our grain is harvested from wind-swept heaths under Amonkhet's nourishing second sun. From the russet wolf potatoes to the straw golem berries, each piece of our mystical puzzle is then blessed by the order of the Ebon Hand, transmuting our prismatic ingredients into a magical elixir that is then held for 5 Teferi time twists. Then, our Balduvian brew mages carefully select only the finest examples, which are then exiled within our patented guild-packed glass. Introducing Jaya's hot and spicy chili vodka and Jace's refreshing ice gin. Fire and ice. Experience your opposite. Available at all Sing Here superstores.
And we're back for the last round. Here we go. Just got to hug my boy goodbye. Man, he's getting huge. He's got 21 now. Been working out like crazy. Looks like Bruce Lee. It's pretty awesome. Hey-o, Pauper Tim. All right. Are we going to go 10-0? Including last week. I don't even remember the week before that. I think it was pretty good too. We'll keep this. Not quite sure what the right sequencing here is. Depends what we see. Okay. The Bodyguard or the Blossoming Sands. Oh, we got lots of options now, don't we? That'll change things. Woo! Let's get our boy out. Hi. Who knows? Maybe this 1 damage will mean the difference, right? So we've beaten Delver Angler, Tribe, Stompy, and Demir Fey. That first one I meant to say, that cool graveyard list. I'd like to get that. Anybody remember who that opponent was? I guess we'll have to rewatch it and see. That looked promising. Okay, well, most of our combos already here. Let's commune while we can. Go look for the kill card. We'll say green. Go like this. Hey-oh, there it is. Well, there's no secret what we're on. Now that Bodyguard makes a lot more sense. Except that we're going to be kind of screwed for mana if we don't hit it, right? We still need a turn to do it, so we'll do that. So it's been a really neat show that way, right? We've won both ways, which is why I designed the list this way. You get that little swarm mentality. stick it to them, or they got to fear the combo, which makes for another swarm of the elf persuasion. So it's a nice little 1-2 punch. A lot of people have forgotten about this list. It's the very first challenge winner, and we've been over all that ad nauseum, so I'll leave that be. Let me go get a mountain. I did that last night too. Just a little misclick there. We'll drop the Sanctuary. I mean, we've got the Vestige backup, but those damn things are so tightly wound together, it's frustrating. So whether or not the guard can live or not, we've got both rallies in the yard. But our backup plan's already shown up, right? I mean, if he nixes this bodyguard, I think I still go through with it. These lists run cast down, and unfortunately, they usually run 2 or 3 cannonades main. So that can get kind of scary, especially for what we're trying to do. Ah. Little scaredy cat, huh? All right. I like that. Let me bring out the guard. Yeah, we got bodyguard back up. I'm going to play this. I'll play the Vestige here, calling red. Maybe we can get a prismatic in the yard. Sometimes your deck just likes you, you know. Boop, 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 boop. Played everything. Okay. We win next turn outside of some weird shenanigans, but I'm almost getting bored. The purist to me doesn't like that you can play a 3-color deck this, like, without issues. I don't know what the correct word I'm looking for is here. Yep, come on over. He knows we got the combo in hand, so be nice if we get a Soul Sister. Why not say it, right? The deck's been listening to me all day. I think I called it, what, 2 games ago, Shiraz? I'm not quite sure if anybody's keeping track. Shiraz is probably asleep. Well, we got plenty of air power now. I guess we're just going to look real closely at our yard and stuff. I guess we'll just go for the combo here. Does it work? Doesn't it? I don't know. Cool thing here is we can tap the bodyguard to prevent red. If he's got cast down, we've got the bodyguard to sack. Hey, he's still here. Okay, so we will cast Strands here using the bodyguard. Calling red. Okay, well, now I'll use this. Has he got black? Wow. Well, that went south. But boy, did that eat up a lot of burn, huh? We were definitely dead next turn. That's funny. Okay, well, that's dead. I'll call green. Wow, what a lethal hand that was. My goodness. Alrighty. Well, we can't really do much here. Gain some life. Probably going to lose this game. About time, really. Yes, Nimchimsky, we have gone back forwards full circle. And I have a little sheet on why I chose to do that. But I can't quite remember why. I just remember it being more efficient the old school way. But there's 3 or 4 of this build in my whatever deck collections, the thousands of lists that I have. Prenumbra Spider. Methodical and I both tried it, and then we kind of came to the same conclusion, if memory serves. But again, we're going back years now. So, boy, oh boy, who am I fooling here? We can't win this game. Let's bring out this. We'll bring out the settlement to trip the loot. We're dead. All right. We'll concede here. First game one we've lost. Pretty cool. I'll just call it Jund. Is that accurate, chat? I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Okay. We've got a lot of red shenanigans coming our way. And I know they usually run Cannonade quite a bit. So I'm going to go like that. I don't think Gorilla Shaman's worth it here. There's a lot of big things coming into play. So I will bring in both of these. Standard Bearer. Not so great. It was against Tribe. And quite a few other things. Got nice early blockers. Well, I think I could probably do without one of these, and we'll get rid of one of these. And I think this is how we're going to try to win this matchup. Prismatic, got the Alpha Strike. So now he's really afraid of the combo. I'll try to, I mean, we showed the one Screech. We'll see what we can do. Gotta love you some Spidersilk Armor. Playing all three just because, you know, Cannonade's a thing, and you could be surprised if you have one or two out how many times people will still Galvanic Blast a Midnight Guard. Yes. All right. This is an honest hand. We'll keep it. Good news against Jund. You got that inevitability of the end game, but before then, you've got like 5 or 6 turns to kill them because they're so slow to develop. Problem is, we are too. This week. Last week, we sure showed them, right? Woo! Okay. R coming to play tap. Gains us life. How you like that? Ready? Let's bring out the Warden. Get our mana right. Pass the turn. Foretelling, it's the Saruluf Packmate, or whatever that is. I can never remember. I like this sequence. Let's do this first. Cool. Oh, since we've got it, we'll put that there and this here. I'll bring this back and attack. Hiya! One damage versus being protected. I'm fine with it. One of the other good things, even against a deck with this much firepower to kill creatures, is that a lot of your other guys, once they know what you're onto, being the Midnight Guard plan, it tends to be almost its own standard bearer of sorts. The list is fun to say too. RallyGond. Sounds cool. All right. Let's keep things honest. I'm just going to develop here. Boop. While we can. Two, 4. Hope I get a basic next turn. That'd be really cool. We'll really go crazy with the Battle Screech plan here. Not too crazy. Cannonade's still a thing. We're not out of the woods yet. One more and we will be. Of course, we do have a Prismatic, so we can get a little reckless here. All right, give me a basic. Nope, no basic for you. Okay, that's fine. Remember what I said about our plan? I'm going to wait a bit on that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to bring out the Soul Sisters and the Guard we don't care about. I think this might buy us a little bit of time here. We'll gain some life. We've got Battle Screech in the yard. I think I'm going to do that too. Best of all worlds, and the Midnight Guard untaps. But we are vulnerable right now. Not anymore. Sure am worried about Hexxen Rouge. That's, boy. What a trip. Again, you know, feels take those digital pauses thinking like, I don't even know these people. It's like, but I do, you know. I think physically seeing someone is great, but it's a little overrated when it comes to just years and years of, you know, camaraderie and getting to know people. I mean, you all know me because I'm just Mr. Blabbermouth over here and trying to fill up the airways with stories and stuff. So, but same works both ways, and it's heavy stuff. I can smell victory. I've got to let that guard go. I'll block this. It's got a cannonade. I've got to counter it, but I don't have to counter galvanic blasts and stuff because watch, we'll draw the combo straight away. But and that's fine. Again, you know, cannonade ruins our game here, so I just got to play around it. Alrighty. Let's bring out some more fun. Boop. I think we'll drop this. Yeah. All right. It does have that Penumbra Spider, which really blows. Yeah, you're right, Pauper Tim. Probably should have just taken the damage. Get in while we can here. Really like to top deck another Spidersilk. That make me feel really safe, but right now we're just living in fear of cannonade. I'll cycle to get... Our mana's really even here. I'm not quite sure what I should get. Probably just a mountain, then I'll pitch it. Boarding party. Showing... Galvanic Blast. I'll cycle this in response. Clicking very gingerly. Let's grab this mountain. Boop. Alrighty. The little lady goes down. And we take the damage. Come on. Got that looting there for a reason. Let's find the kill card. Boom. Boom. Loot for the win. Do I get it? Nope, I don't. But good news is we don't need any of this stuff. I guess we'll rock like this. What's more important here? This will probably draw more firepower here. Bam! I'm going to keep the... I'll keep that back. Just in case he's able to deal with that. I don't want to be forced to use Prismatic there. And again, this is just our expensive standard bearer at this stage of the game. Our stage of our plan. Oh, if I had Glasses of Urza, I could double block here out of no fear, but we'll just play diligently and not block. I found deluxe style list. Someone posted on Facebook. It has some teeth but needs some tweaking. I need to send it to you. Oh, cool. Make sure to credit the original brewer too. All right, we'll let that go. He's like, oh, I'm staying alive. It's like, yeah, but the birds are pecking at you. Definitely has cannonade. I love this play because this will probably find the win. Nope, just in the, oh yeah, there it is. Rally. Okay. So we don't draw anything, but we still win. We'll keep our squad back. And if you saw, we didn't grab anything, but we still kind of win here. We'll keep double sisters out for double defense and double prismatic. And then we can rally here. And I always recommend doing this at sorcery speed. If you have any tricks, then you just adjust your plan, but you don't get stuck with the little aha moments. I know I go over that a lot. It's just to see people do that a lot. It's just like, sometimes it's better to play that as a sorcery. There's quite a few big boys on the ground, so I'm considering the Cenn's Enlistment. We've got double Oblivion Ring for those pesky spiders that might keep us at bay. I think we're pretty good here. So that was a interesting little sequence, right? We just kind of acted like kind of a red herring, like, you know, here's the Midnight Guard, you know, and it's zap, zap, zap. And then the whole time we're just pecking in the sky. So if you like this style, it's kind of a yin and yang, you know, you just like, you throw the punch, it gets blocked, and you know, like Bruce Lee, you throw a little leg kick in there, just get you. All right, we'll keep this. This is good times. Is it going to be back-to-back 5-0 outings? Who knows? Well, that makes the Ash Barrens example pretty easy. Now, Soul Sacred Cat plays this too. Extra bait. Yeah, I was thinking of playing the original Boros List. I mean, the original, which runs all 4 Sacred Cats and no artifact engine. It's just all aggro and good times. And we're still safe from cleansing Wildfire in a list like this with 4 basics. I think people get so hell-bent on the explosion factor that they sometimes forget that it can go both ways. Wow, look at this. Okay, well, we'll just drop this. Say okay to the life. We'll get out the kitty cat first, just in case he's got some. It's a good blocker, if anything. I have no idea what I'm going to do for next week's show. I might be just so ragged from having to make that drive. I don't know. Maybe it'll be invigorating and be a nice change up and change of pace or whatnot. But as it sits now, it's... All right. Let's just build up our board while we can. Keep this out of range. Not that that's going to do too much. Really like to get that second armor online. If we find it. This will be a closer game. He's already got the advantage in both battlefield and resources, so it's close, but we have kind of a dead hand with double presence here. And I tell you, boy, the mana gods sure love it when you throw that on something other than a Midnight Guard, because the very next card you will draw is a Midnight Guard. I think we've probably showcased that a few times here. All right. Okay, I kind of like this. We can slow roll that. I'm just going to play this. The big turn coming up for Jund. 6 turn. Or 6 mana is always a big one. Okay. It was funny last week when I accidentally exported in, what was it? I'll use it now. I'd like to get it in the yard. When I accidentally exported in SD, I was, you know, I had like a little bite to eat, and then I looked down and it's just like ready. I was like, the hell? I was like, wow, YouTube really got it together this week. And it was just like HD not available. I'm like, what? I never said that, but I guess I did. Prismatic Living for good there. If I happen to hit both Spidersilks or all, in a perfect world all three, then obviously Standard Bearer would be a welcomed addition, but it would still just lose to any Galvanic Blast in one shot. So I know I've seen some tribe lists with Standard Bearer's main too. Uh-oh. This will get heavy quick. I was hoping they were going to do it that turn too. Hey, there it is, folks. Let's play this out. The combo's in hand. The problem is we don't have a bodyguard. But that is 4. Maybe he'll mess up and zap it for 3, right? Okay. That's fine. Yep. Might as well gain some life, right? Let's see if they want to trade shenanigans here. To which we could just bring it back. Sure do like Sacred Cat in this list. I just don't know what I would cut to get a second one in. It feels weird playing one of, especially for a purist like me, but I was forced to, I tell ya. Ooh, something wicked this way comes. Or not. That really hurts. That time it hurts because we do have the combo in hand. I'll let it go. Consider Benevolent Blessing. You know, you can search for it with the Commune and such, but best to just keep it critters just because of the prismatic package and such. Fitting, you know, I would have guessed this would be the case, like against another slow deck. There's a lot of removal elements can kind of get you there, you know. Well, we have 2 of them. Maybe we waste a see if they want to use that lightning bolt on this cat, because we can just get it back and we have the other gone in our hand. Oh, all right. That makes for some interesting scenarios. Not. Got infinite blockers here. Only time I do that, hey, Captain Vladtep, it's good to see you. Only time I do that is when I've got another one. So if you see me online and I do that, you know it's in my hand. Free info. My son's been trying to make that season of renewal work for quite some time. Also, remember the Fallen if you're more the artifact persuasion. Yeah, it's a really good call. I just would hate to pitch it to Commune. Let's keep our little kitty cat alive. Try to anyway. We'll say red. At least we only take 3 here, but we're going downhill quick. Looks like it's going to be the first loss of the day, but I'll write it down. It's not that we commune every single game, right? Alrighty. That trample's not going to make much work of that. It would have been nice to keep these little elf tokens, keeping that, whatchamacallit at bay, but let's see what we get here. I like the Oblivion Ring quite a bit. But do I lose the combo for it? I think just to stay alive, we're kind of forced to here. Take out the Trampler. And we're back to where we were last game. So we wait. It's another huge thing. Just getting outclassed now. Folsom Marasa, you don't want to return my vestige to my hand? Guess you could do that. Yeah, Captain, I know America, we're starting to finally get our head on straight. Not anytime soon, but next year they're saying it's not going to be daylight savings time. So that'll be about 100 years late, but why not? Okay, well, let's... Wow, that's a lot of damage. That's 9. You know what? I'm going to make a token. I'll kill that just to try to stop the engine here. I could stop 6, but I'm going to do this. Get rid of that graveyard engine. I mean, if he's got it, he's got it. Guess they don't have it. Don't want to wait for Ephemerate to show up, right? Okay, let's do this to here. All right, Bodyguard, how you doing? Rally shows up. That's interesting. I've got blockers. Let's see what we can dig up. Discard and discard. And gosh, do I... The little engine that could. One more creature. We start attacking in the sky. This would be funny if we can pull this one off. Hey, why do I need such a long name is in the house? Old timer, back from the shadows. A little bit longer stream today. Pushing everything I can at this PC. We got it at the highest bit rate today. Playing a deck that's very click intensive and everything else. So, all right. Well, first things first. Let me make a token. Create a token. And let's... I guess we'll strands here. You know, if they have... I'm going to let that go. Only reason they would probably do that, being me at 3, is they've got another bolt aiming at my face, maybe? Who knows? At least this way our warrior token lives. We'll rock like this. Sacking this to this. Calling red. Of course, it takes away our Battle Screech plan. It kind of sucks. And now our Prismatic is offline too, because we've got a green creature. So things are looking bad. Looking very bad. We have the cat. Kitty cat. Meow. Let's get it out quick before our opponent realizes what shenanigans we're up to. At least to get an option here if this fits. I'm going to play this just because I need the mana to do other stuff with. Thanks a lot, list. I can't complain too much. We've had a pretty good go of it. Play this and this. Can't really do it again because that would tap us out. I can call green on that. Call blue there. Well, we do have the rally plan. We could just block and kill these guys. That'd be pretty fun, huh? Let me get up to life here. Double red source. Yeah, I think we'll rally in response using the Survivors Encampment math. We'll gain 3 life out of the deal and do an even exchange. It's a crazy play, but I've done worse. Ouch! I think that'll do it, folks. I think that'll do it. I mean, we'll try to stay alive here with this, but that gets rid of our plan. Well done. So we lose. So we go 4-1. Almost another 5-0. But I think it was Ziv Mauschewitz or one of the old timers from early Odyssey days that was in the Pro Tour saying, like, if you're playing a mid-range deck, if you want to beat it, you play something slightly slower. Or there's some neat articles on that, and I see it come true quite often. So anyway, that's I'm not quite sure what that is, Stars 57, but thank you, I think. I think that's the little Pauper bits and whatnot. Again, we've got all kinds of cool little challenges there. So that's RallyGond. Again, to wrap up, this won the very first Pauper challenge ever. Then it won like 2 or 3 more after that. It looks like a hot mess. It plays pretty strong. It's got a 1-2 punch. We've got the Midnight Gond combo with the guard that's protected by the bodyguard. Or we've got the grind out token strategy and this, and then both of them can really lean heavily on rally. Incredible flexible mana base. As we saw, we didn't really have any hiccups there. Feels pretty good. We got a lot of options in the sideboard too. So bits donation. Well, thank you, Stars. I appreciate that. As the ignorant Twitcher here, I always stream. I never watch. So of course I watched last night, but I better cross that off. Anyway, guys, glad the stream worked. This is like the maximum thing. So if it's gonna hiccup, I would assume it would have done it with a deck like this on a stream like this, going long and all that. But anyway, I don't know, Akbar. I think this is definitely a 5-0 style list. But 5-0s go plenty of time for one. But I recommend you give it a go. It's super flexible, super fun. And oh yeah, let's remember this part of the show. What did we learn? Well, thanks to one of you, Season of Renewal, I will at least give a hard glance at. The only drawback to that being Commune with the Gods. Sometimes you turn it over and it's a dead card. But hey, that's true of a lot of the things. Maybe you need a land and you turn over land. I've had that happen too. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll to the outs. We'll see you same time, same place. Well, I can't say that. Same time was only relevant in other places because we had that silly daylight savings time. But one more year and we won't have any more of this stuff. So thank you for that, Shiraz. All right, guys, I'm going to go to an old Tim commercial here, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the new hairstyles of our silly little balding magic thing that's on YouTube. Please go find that link to the video and like, share it, and all that stuff. Maybe I'll get us some eyes from the mothership. We all know that's not going to happen. Anyway, love y'all, and our thoughts and prayers and everything under the stars to Hexxen Rouge. We hope you come back to us very safe as he's off to war and being drafted. So, summering reality. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend.
Water. Delicious, refreshing water. From ocean to sea to lake to pool to pond to puddle to drop to drip. Water, chemical symbol H20, is all around us. It's the giver of life. And it's there with us from our first cup of tea in the morning to our nightly bithuvik.
I say...
But what is water? It's a difficult question because water is impossible to describe. One might ask the same about birds. What are birds? We just don't know.